Hey guys, how's it going? So I have had this kind of somewhat planned out. I've been meaning to say these words that I've had on my mind for a long time. And these words that I've had on my mind, I've written down now on my phone in my notes. This is kind of, I guess you could say, a serious topic, but it's also one that is open widely for discussion. And I would really appreciate some of your input and potential ideas or theories behind um, the reason of life and why you think that things are the way they are, and the way that you think things should function in your world versus other people's worlds. Um, I'm going to try to keep this as short as possible. This is my first real sort of talking to you guys kind of video, and man, that's uncomfortable. And let's make this, a little bit more intimate. But back to this, I wrote my opinion on life and what it means to me in the most honest words possible. It's kind of raw, no like profanity or anything, but this is like something that's personally deep to me, and I want it to feel as motivational to you as possible. These are words that are hard for me to memorize, but there are words and statements in here specifically that I don't want anybody such as you to forget. So I'm gonna go ahead and read it. This is called Life, and this is kind of just like a simple, confined take on what I believe it's about. So I say, while our brains sends a signal as a warning sign because it has so much other shit it needs to process. Okay, so I said there's no profanity, but literally in the first line it says it. Bear with me here. Okay, it says so much other shit it needs to process, blah, blah, blah. We are our brain. It does everything for us. That's why idiots never learn. They don't listen. There's a line between lost and chasing and being dumb. You're not the idiot because you're listening. It may have taken a while, but you're learning. A lot of people don't make it this far, or they have after mistakes were made, and that's okay too. Our whole life is based off a process of learning, failing, repeating, and succeeding. You can hate yourself at times and it's fine. You can feel worthless and it's okay. But know that next time you hit that wall, you know that what you did wrong can be fixed this time around. These things come full circle in my own thoughts, and I feel worthy of being here. Everyone should have a balanced ego. It's healthy to be a little cocky. Just controlling what you're willing to give and take from it all is is going to make you the balanced person and happy spirit you want to be and have. I am my own life coach, and I always will be. And nobody else can really tell me exactly how to live my own life because, that's who you are. You're living to experience it yourself. That's not what it said, but I had to say it. Now I lost my place. And my mind. With my hair. Going on. I am my own life coach. At times I don't listen, and at times I choose the wrong path. But being able to communicate and increase the chances of solidification of another person's positive thoughts keeps me feeling complete, in a sense that this is part of what makes me me and a reason that I truly belong here. I think life is more of an oval than a circle. This is the most interesting part of me, and like I kind of blew my own mind when I just kind of wrote this. I started with a conversation just with a friend of mine, and then it ended up stringing off into me writing my own opinion on this. But I think that life is more of an oval than a circle due to the fact that everything in life is never rounded perfectly. We have objects of perfection that life tells us it's the way to be or the way to perceive things, but when it comes down to it, the only thing that is actually a circle is the center of our universe. And I'm kind of alluding this to, our universe can be whatever you want. Our universe in my idea of this is just the center of connection. We are all one being, and we should always act that way to each other, regardless if we have anger towards each other, hate towards each other, love, compassion, blah blah blah. It all needs to boil down to just equality. Not anything sort of political or unbiased bias BS type of stuff. I'm just saying just the definition of being the same but uniquely different. Back to this. It says the gathering of every living thing on this planet moving round and round together at the same time. Exactly. The problem is it's unobtainable because perfection is out of reach, although it is real at the same time. So what we perceive as a circle can be anything you want it to be real. Don't let anyone tell you what life really is, because in the end, it really is what you make it. Not to sound cliche, it's just what came off my tongue, or my mind, my brain. I'm not better than you, but no one's better than me, is like a very strong quote that my grandfather brought up to me and said to me multiple times. And it was very strong words for me. No matter who you are, I will never be you, but I will always be the best of me, and no one else can top it. You should always live with that type of positive mental attitude. Words of wisdom are powerful, words of courage are powerful, strength and coping. Then there's just words. Negative statements should never hurt. Sad statements hurt, but they have a positive motive. Now, as in like negative and sad, I don't mean necessarily hate speech, necessarily just direct antagonizing of somebody. But I mean, if somebody says something negative about you, or like doesn't compliment you or something like that, blah blah blah, you need to take all of that energy and boast it into your own internal positivity. So your mental can be like stressed out, but that stress can be completely flipped into just positive fuel for your own mind. Just know that what they said doesn't matter. You know, the 5, 5, and 5 technique, like, is it going to matter in 5 seconds? Is it going to matter in 5 minutes? Is it going to matter in 5 days, years, so on and so forth? It keeps going. And if you answer no to any of those, keep living your life. Just keep going. But words, you decide what to do with them. Again, this is your life, this is your experience, and I'm not one to judge what you're going to do or who you're going to become. Just know that if you lived your life, be successful and know that you're satisfied. Decide to show your pride and be connected with the universe as a whole. And basically that just comes down to, you know, the reason as to why I wrote this whole message. You know, it became of me falling apart into pieces, and I still haven't put my own puzzle back together. But I know that just like me trying to reach out of my bubble and speak this to you, that I'm doing better. Like, even just trying to say this, I can read it to myself and be completely fine. I start like looking at myself on camera right here, I'm just like, oh god, you know, I'm getting a little anxious, and then it makes me like drop my octane down. It makes me like start getting a little raspy. Like, I can't be my normal high self too, like high, happy high energy all the time. But something on a serious matter of just like trying to describe life, you shouldn't be sporadic when you're trying to make an honest attempt of proving an opinion to somebody. Not proving an opinion, but like saying an opinion to somebody. It's very breathtaking to know that other people can take into consideration the words that you're spewing out to them. Whether it be emotional, knowledgeable, hateful, just how they receive it is very, very like kind of a blessing that humans can understand the perception of other people's reception. And I'm probably just gonna leave it there, otherwise I'm gonna keep going on and on and on. But yeah, this is the first time I've like actually talked to myself, I guess you could say, like to myself, besides like mere pep talks, this and this and this. But if you want more different kind of just like chit chat talks, you know, I can go ahead and start making videos like that. I do poetry writing, stuff like that, but those types of things happen just kind of on the spot, like this did. I'm more of a creative writer rather than a focused, structured writer. But if you guys are open to seeing more of these, it might happen. So appreciate it. If you have anything you want to say, I'd be more than happy to respond in the most professional, you know, wholesome way possible. And I've struggled a lot in my life, and I know everybody else in the world has had some sort of struggle in theirs, whether they've talked about it or not. I feel for you, and I will always be there for any sort of situation that might arise that you can't attack on your own, because life alone is possible, but it's so much harder. That's why we have each other. Thank you. Appreciate it.